Good morning, YouTube. It's a nice Wednesday here. We had a small walk. We're still fighting this flu and this cough that does not want to leave. It's today's third. See, I lost a day. That's how sick I am. Okay, today, excuse me. Excuse me. Today, you're going to see me make something from my childhood that you never see me make, really. It's very foreign, few, and rare, but I do love it. It's my grandfather's way of making Quaker Quick Oats oatmeal. I grew up with this. He would make the same breakfast every single morning his whole life. And at night, he had a ritual. I'll share that another day. But basically, his breakfast in the morning was a half a cup of oatmeal, cooked oatmeal, quick, instant, and 2 pieces of toast with coffee every single day. You could, like clockwork, you could stay away for 6 months. I could go knock at the door at breakfast time, and still, if I close my eyes, I smell that coffee. And had a little percolator, and he had a little aluminum pot, smaller than this one, actually, smaller than this, to make it in. Okay. It's really his technique that makes me prefer his, and I won't eat anybody else's but my own now to this day of oatmeal, because oatmeal, if not done right, can be a little slimy and yucky. It's no wonder people don't really favor it. It's 1 cup of water. I believe I haven't made it in a long time. 1 cup of water to half a cup of oats. I need a new measuring cup because this one's seen better days. It's actually not having the numbers on it, so I have to really I have to wing it. So if my recipe's a little off today, pay attention to the recipe. I mean, the technique. That's what's important here. The technique. The recipe, there is really none. Cup of water, half a cup of oats. I don't sprinkle in no salt and none of that stuff. When the water's boiling, we're going to put this cup in there. When it's finished, he didn't do too much cinnamon. I think he put cinnamon. He put a dab of milk in his and cinnamon. And I'll show you. I love it exactly like that. It cooks in 2 minutes, so you're able to see the whole video recipe with me. Okay. And I put it in sometimes a little bit earlier. We'll see. I really wanted to get on a boil here because when I do the small pots, I have trouble. The burn is set for a big pan and the small ones heat faster and the numbers. I hate electric is the moral of the story. I hate cooking on electric. It's not fun. Hope everybody's having a nice day. I hope everybody's seen all my craziness and hoopla about my Janine's Diner. I was going to get rid of it, keep it. I kept it because I didn't want anybody to lose a subscription that I subscribe to from the diner. So it's there, and I'm adding pictures, and I put my wedding photos, and I'm trying to figure out what that would be a good landing spot for. So hopefully people, I'm going to write in the description to leave me suggestions, ideas of content you'd like that I don't have to cook. And that would be fun because I want to do all my cooking in Janine's life because I put it in, I interweave it with the rest of my life. It's suited here. And this isn't a big meal, but it's world famous, world popular. All right. I see a small little bowl boil, all the bubbles coming. It's going to be boiling before we know it. And then I'm going to have to tone it down because I don't want it to overboil too fast. All right. We're going to put the oats in now. And all we're going to do is stir them. They're going to cook rather rapidly. Now, here's the most important part to get at all of that scum and film and foam that mumps to the top. You'll see what I do. I'm going to put you a little closer because you want to see this in action when I do it. Okay? You want to learn this technique. This is Grandpa Frank's oatmeal, and it's delicious. Okay, it's starting to bubble now and boil. I'm going to have to change the spoon. I can maneuver with this one better. Okay, see, there she goes. It only takes 2 minutes boiling for it to be done. Okay, see all the foam forming as they're cooking? Give it 2 minutes, 38, 39. I got to watch it on here. See what I'm saying about the electric? The electric is so strong, I have to pull it off the heat a little bit. But that's okay. I'm showing you all that foam that's forming as they're cooking. The oats will cook in 2 minutes. No lie there about that. Okay. Okay, as soon as you see a solid form of the white foam, you want to take that out. Okay? Very important. You'll see a form in the center. You don't want to eat that. That is way, way too much starch, and that's what will make your oatmeal taste more slimy rather than delicious. When I was a kid, I couldn't stomach oatmeal. I was like, oh, I'm not eating that. It's gross. Because people didn't make it like my grandpa. He would sit at the stove. I'd watch him. That's how I learned. I said, why is his oatmeal so good? He took the time and patience to get all this excess foam and starch out. And then he would actually let it sit and set for an additional 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And this is also the good part. If you did put too much water, it's just going to let the oats cook and make it easier to gather the excess starch. You'll see. It's really a technique. You'll gain the technique for it. You see? It's really all that yucky, scummy starch. And I skim. I'm skimming the top. Just think swimming pool, like you're skimming leaves. You may take a few tiny oats with you, not to worry. I'll show you what you're looking for. I'm going to shut the heat off. Okay. Now we shut the heat off. See if there's any more lingering. You get as much as you can. You want to see almost as dry of the oatmeal as you can. See? That's kind of like the last bit I'm going to be able to get out. Now look at that. Nobody wants that in their oatmeal, okay? Nobody. Now we've cleaned it, so to speak, and now this is what your oatmeal should look like in the pot. Okay? You see? All that, we eliminated as much of the extra starch as we can. It's settling and drying up here. We're going to give it a minute. See, that's what you're looking for. I'm going to give it a minute. And then what he would do is he would make a coffee mug, half a coffee mug each for us. And he taught me how to put the milk in it and the cinnamon. It's absolutely delicious. So you put it in the cup now, and then we're going to let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to use my Trust in the Lord cup because it's perfect for it. I'm going to put half. A half a cup goes a long way. A half a cup, of oatmeal can feed 2 people. And I don't eat the whole thing. I eat half of this, half of the whole pot. See, as it cools, look, as it cools, I got to show you this because this is valuable, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is the way to make oatmeal, not mushy and starchy. You see how you're seeing the oats mostly? Now, if I didn't take all of that scum out and foam and starch, it would be slimy. It would. It wouldn't be appealing tasting. The way I'm showing you to do it, it's delicious. It's like 1 heaping tablespoon, another one. Let's do 3 today because I'm kind of hungry and I don't feel well. Okay, but do 3 heaping teaspoons. I'm going to show you that. And put you back down again. You want to see the food. I know it's up and down. I'm sorry. But I get excited because this is a childhood favorite. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, this is the recipe. I'm not crazy about this gourmet cinnamon, but whatever. So you put some cinnamon on there, right? And because I like it a little bit sweeter, I do put white sugar. I do. It makes it, between the cinnamon and the sugar and a little bit of the milk, it tastes absolutely scrumptious. Let me get the milk and show you how the consistency is for perfection because I am the oatmeal aficionado. See that? Now I'm going to put a little bit and we're going to mix it. See? Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to surprise you because I like mine a little bit more soupy. When I started eating it with my grandfather, his was very soupy. And I'm like, I didn't like it. I didn't want any in the beginning. But once he said, just try it, just see. It makes it taste delicious and creamy. And a little bit more to get a little bit soupy. Okay, I think we're there. That's perfect. Can you see the consistency of that? Okay, now for the taste test. Oh, I almost lost my whole breakfast. Ah. Okay, guys. That is my Grandpa Frank's oatmeal. Between the cinnamon, the sugar, and the milk, it really is dreamy. And it's clean of any foam or film. You saw what I took out. That's my secret to a perfect oatmeal. Quick, and this is the quick 2-minute oats. Super healthy for you. I have cholesterol, high cholesterol. That reduces it. It's just fantastic for you. Oatmeal is very healthy. Get some. I'll see you in the next video.